The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on Tom's Radio Toronto are entirely those of the hosts, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of Tom's Radio Toronto or its staff. These broadcasts are presented and made public as entertainment and general information only, in the hope that they will be entertaining and informative to listeners. They are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or mitigate in any way any disease or condition, or to promote any specific lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice, nor is the information presented necessarily accurate or verifiable.
Let's talk, guys. This is your friend Mondatol, and of course with my co-host Josie La. Josie, could you greet our thousands listeners now? I've seen the people that watch us on the first.
Sure. Let me say thank you so much. Thank you for keep watching Tom's Radio. We really appreciate you, our viewers. My name is Josie La, and this is Let's Talk. Remember, you can talk to us. You can call us 416-900-5864. You can call us and let's talk. This program is for you.
All right. And of course, this is for the frontliners, the caregivers, and the all essential health workers that continuously fight for us. Yes, unseen enemy, the foe, and let's talk about it. All right. Today, we have two or three or more topics to discuss and share it with you. And thank you very much to those almost 1,000 viewers in our debut last Friday. Now it's Thursday. It is the regular date of Let's Talk. I was really surprised reading the number of people who followed us in our initial presentation. Almost 1,000. Wow.
Really
probably they like us.
Yeah, I think no, they really like us. It's not probably because if they don't like us, they can't watch us. But there are people I see, they are regular watchers.
Yes.
They are viewing our programs every day. And we send big up to you guys. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much for keeping watching us. Remember to subscribe on YouTube. Go to our YouTube channel, like and subscribe.
Yes, and of course, we have also the Facebook page, Tom's Space Toronto. Yes, our Skype, Tom's Space Radio. All right. What are we going to give our listeners and watchers right now? There is a pending case, or rather investigation against a military officer, Major General Danny 14, who used to be the vaccination czar of Canada. He handles the vaccination rollout for the whole nation of Canada. Unluckily, he was involved in a very, very controversial issue.
Yeah, for
Could
sure.
you tell them what? It's better if you tell them these charges against him.
I have a problem with the vetting.
Okay.
I have the problem with the vetting because every government, when it comes to select high officials, the most critical part is the team which is doing the vetting. So I just want to understand, what is the credibility of the vetting team of Mr. President, of Mr. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau?
Yes, you know, every head of state, he will be having a group of people.
Yes.
Yes.
That's right. And that's what I'm saying. What is the credibility of his team? Because it's not the first time. I remember 2015.
Okay.
This Vance who took over the defense chief in July 2015. What happened is that before he retired, he also had a misconduct allegation.
Okay.
He also had. So, not only that, then 2017, when he elected Julia Payette, this Canadian Governor General who resigned of harassment allegation, it was few days after she was appointed.
Okay.
And then she resigned. What does that mean? Does it mean that these higher positions are not vetted? Does it mean that that team is not working very good? Mr. Prime Minister, we need to know How is your vetting team doing? What is the credibility? I think it's high time you need to change this team, because all this brings shame to our nation.
The criteria in selecting people to handle a very specific job in a government position, like what Major General Danny 14 was appointed into that. There are people who handles the selection process. That's the vetting process.
And those people are very, very qualified, because there's a security team, there's a lot of different people who are doing vetting. So the team which is doing the vetting is very professional, and also there are also people who are credible. But if they are vetting these people who, at the end, they are getting allegations, we have to doubt their credibility.
They did not probably comply with the procedure of searching everything about this man.
And that is the problem, because...
he is a military man. He knows what intelligence process is being done to him, to his records. Probably, is it included in his record that he's got a sexual problem before?
And that's what we have to know, because what I read is that the military is having our military is having a big problem of this kind of allegations since before even 2015. And all those people who are having these allegations, they are high-profile military people, which does not sound good.
Anyway, what I've read so far is that 14 was charged. That was the allegation. This is still allegation. They have not proven it yet.
Yesterday,
there's no crime that.
No. They have already taken it to the DPP, Quebec. Yeah. So already they are going to charge him.
Yes.
Because
charges.
The investigation is done.
Yes.
So they are going to press charges.
Yes.
So this is not very good for such kind of a man whom the nation trusted him. He did a great job with the vaccine rollout.
Yes, correct.
And then having this, I call this very, very, very bad allegations, sexual misconduct or whatever. It's not very good for this kind of profile people, Once you are a government official, you have to be clean, no matter what.
What the problem is, I'm telling you, in the face of law, anywhere in the world, any country dictates that a person is still innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt by a competent court.
Okay, I agree with that.
He's only charged of sexual misconduct.
I agree, but...
Even the court in Quebec is handling the charges now. But there are processes under the law.
My point is, what is the credibility of the vetting team? I'm going to stick with that, and I really want Prime Minister Justin Trudeau to listen to this, that it's the time now you check your team. It's the time to review what they're doing and what they've been doing. Maybe even among the people in the team, they are having problems. This is the reason why they have been covering all this stuff.
Yes, we could not probably know what the Prime Minister. It will just fall into the privacy law that the Prime Minister is trying to hide from anybody, including himself, probably.
No, because every allegation, the Prime Minister said he didn't know before.
Yes, because, that is why, the reason why. I used to ask him in several press conferences, being the publisher and editor-in-chief of my newspaper, and I asked him why, after the death of a Filipino senator, Junin Berga, you did not appoint any Filipino to represent our ethnicity in the halls of Congress.
And what did he say?
I have my selection team.
Wow.
Please submit all the application to that. You know what I says? You've got it. It's up to you. But to tell you, you have to tell us who these people that under, what are you saying, the vetting process.
Yeah, I think it's
the criteria that you are looking for.
Exactly, and I feel that we should know these people, because when something comes out we have to know who did the mistake. So it's not only the point of charging someone. It's not only the point of investigating. We want to know who did that vetting and why they didn't look deeply to those people, because they have enough time. They have enough time. And they, when they're doing vetting, they bring several names to the Prime Minister.
Yeah, they will probably suggest 3 to 4 names.
Yes.
After looking into the application, everybody has to apply. Everyone.
Yes.
Looking for a job.
Yeah, but
this guy is a military man.
No, these are not application, These are appointees.
Yes,
These are
and
the
besides,
people. Yeah, it's very different. When you send your application to this high position, you have to background check yourself.
of course.
So I just want to know, when you are doing vetting, don't you do background check?
Of course they did.
But because if they do background check to somebody like me, they look in details, everything about me. So what about those high officials? Don't you go back to their offices and ask how they have been behaving and living with the staff, how have been acting, how have been practicing their careers?
That's why we know all of now, because of what this election the people have done. They look into it. They found out that Major 14 has a sexual allegation that happened 32 years ago or 30 years ago, when a sexual misconduct claim was filed against him. That dates back 30 years ago.
Yeah,
what
true.
happened to the military investigation? Nothing.
So this is a problem.
They just put it there. There was an allegation.
This is a problem. For me, I was thinking, I said, if it could be a black man or a black woman, nothing could be covered up. These things would have been revealed a long time ago. So let us reach a point and see that we are all equal. We are not privileged to anything. If you are getting these high positions, the vetting has to go deep down. More than 30 years, in fact, not only 30 years. They have to go back to the childhood, because these people present a nation. These people present everybody. And we want to be safe.
Don't you know that a crime of murder and homicide is punishable by only a certain period of time? But when it comes to sexual exposition or charges, that would be historical. Especially when a man allegedly committed a sexual harassment against a woman. If it is a military man, of course, it will go on until he retires. And after he retires from the service, it will.
Yeah, it will retain, because even...
Yes, it will posted in your records.
It will be there. It has to be there. It has to be there. Anyway, viewers, this is what we have been discussing today. This program, Let's Talk, is such a program whereby we want to talk. We want to engage you. Tell us, what do you think? Please send us your views in our Facebook page. You can also call us and tell us, what do you think? What do you think about this man who has been allocated, and he has been with the first time Prime Minister elected him or gave him the position? He gave us very good recommendation about him. I'm still wondering, didn't he know all this?
No, probably he doesn't know anything about it. Probably. Because as far as I've learned in his exposition, the Prime Minister said he only know it about 2 weeks ago. The exact charges hurled against the Major General. So he was not aware of what really transpired in selecting these people
I really want to know the person who took those names to the Prime Minister.
It will be very hard, I'm telling you. Justin Trudeau will not execute his own death.
I agree. Anyway, let us talk. What else do we have today?
Well, of course, before we part ways with this exposition of sexual... This is a historic sexual harassment as far as the general is concerned, because he is still holding a sensitive post in the military. Of course, he resigned, he stepped down as a vaccination rollout char here in Canada. with probably tarnished his name in the military because of this alleged.
I'm for sure. I'm very sure it's because of this allegation. That's why he stepped down.
But I'm telling you, it will go on the drain probably.
Yeah. Anyway.
Simply because even the Prime Minister did not admit that he knows everything about the Major General 14. It was inexplicable.
Sometimes I feel that buddies have really good luck.
So,
buddies have good luck. If you're a buddy to those big shots, you have a good luck.
Of course, politics here plays a lot, of course. And the people that vetted the success of Major General 14 did not do their job.
The proper background check.
Profiling is the best and the only way you could choose good leaders or good person to be appointed by the Prime Minister. If you did not do your job, intelligence, of course, this guy is a military man.
That's the point. What is the intelligence doing? Anyway.
Because probably the people that select people...
We are not blaming anyone here. This is Let's Talk. But what we are talking about is the position, the profile of these people.
Yes.
But we don't say that everybody is perfect, or we don't mean that people should be perfect 100%.
Correct.
But these things should be open before they get this position. And they need to have clarifications why it happened, how it happened. And we needed to know before that this allegation were there, but the Prime Minister checked on them and find that still this person is credible. That's what we want to hear.
Yes. And of course, thank you very much. There is a text here from Ilocos Norte. Yes.
What is it
The
saying?
Philippines, thank you very much, Mr. Mondatol, for giving us the latest news. Leticia Pamit from Batak, Ilocos Norte, in the Philippines.
Wow.
It's so
not
far.
sleeping? It's
And of
night
course,
is it night or morning there?
Yes. It's morning.
It's morning?
It's around 5:30 in the morning.
Wow.
They wake up early.
Thank you. Thank you for watching us. Really, we appreciate you. Big up.
And of course, thank you very much to the Tall Order Fans Club President Sina Sagala. Oh, there is a fans club for Mondatol.
I'm very sure. There's also one person who keeps viewing you. This is
Sina, that's what I'm telling you.
Sina and Ricky,
Thank you.
Fans
club?
Yes, so
Really?
that's great.
All right, thank you very much. And before we go on with our second topic here, it is the topic that I'm going to leave out to you before we take a break. Well, the Ontario province has been asking the other provinces in Canada for support and assistance. They're asking for help for additional medical practitioners like doctors, nurses to come to Ontario. Well, we are going to tell you what is happening now in Ontario, why we are asking help.
And I specifically wrote an email to Premier and asked him, what kind of help do you need?
All right, we will be talking about that when we'll come back. Break muna tayo. Tito Ricky.
Are you an international student who has recently graduated from a Canadian post-secondary school? If you have graduated from a designated learning institution, you could be eligible to apply for permanent residency under the new pathway set out by Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada. Contact Genesis Immigration Consulting.
back. I'm just looking at my texts and messages here.
Yeah, I
a
think
lot of people are watching us right
viewers are
now.
making you happy, eh? Thank you. Thank you.
Well, Ontario sought the help of other provinces for health practitioners and other workers to help Ontario Hospital, which were practically full loaded with COVID-19 vaccine. The question is, why can't Ontario just upgrade immigrants with medical diploma like doctors, nurses, and the likes to practice their profession here in Canada? Georgie.
For me, I will say that the system is is racial profile. Is racism. We have a racism systems whereby they don't allow other people to practice. When you come to that question, I sent an email to Premium Office specifically asking him what kind of support or healthcare support workers do you need? Because there are a lot of people here looking for jobs. There are a lot of people here, they're very professional. They have been doctors, they have been nurses, they have been health support workers, but they cannot practice in Canada. That is insane. I call it that way. It's so bad. And it's frustrating. And then we hear in the news that the Ontario is having less healthcare workers. Really?
Especially doctors and nurses asking
Really?
from help. From
Tito Mon.
Alberta, from Nova Scotia.
I'm having a home care services.
Okay.
I'm having a lot of applications of people who are nurses, very good professionals.
Okay.
I think it's high time, Canada, to change the system of immigration. I'm sending this request to immigration minister,
Marco Mondesino. All right.
Please, can you review that? Maybe instead of testing the English as a language to these immigrants, can you test the skills development of these immigrants? If you test the skills development of these immigrants and professional careers, this country could be very far.
Okay.
How can a doctor in Canada someone who has practiced doctor or medical practitioner for 10 years coming to Canada ending up to be a tax driver?
Correct.
Why?
Why? You are asking me?
I'm asking you why. Why?
For simple reasons.
I don't understand.
They don't want to spend so much in securing the positions of these people. The professional. You see, I have two friends. One coming from the Philippines, one coming from Russia. They're immigrants here. The Filipino
doctors from
doctor.
Russia.
Yeah.
From Russia.
From Russia. She's a lady. She's now a mature.
Oh my good Lord.
And I was really surprised. Why? Because we could not practice our profession here.
I agree.
Why? The medical university or whatever, how do you call that?
And you know what? You know what, Tito?
Yes?
Ask me. I've gone to school. I went to these schools here. I went to the college here.
Because you're a doctor in your country.
You see, when I went to school here, what they are teaching is less more than what I learned from my country.
Really?
Yes. So if you tell me a doctor from Russia, he's very qualified than a doctor in Ontario.
Yes.
But why? Why Ontario? Why Canada? You don't allow these immigrants who have been having these professional skills, who have been having the best careers to get their careers here and practice. Can you think about this? If this country could allow immigrants to practice in this their professionals, Canada would have been very, very far.
Of course.
I know professors. People who have been professors in certain countries whereby we know that a professor from that country, if you talk about a professor from Egypt, you know, Egypt with its background is having the best teachers and professors.
Yes.
If you talk a professor from Egypt, but
especially in the course anthropology.
I'm telling you,
Correct.
But that professor in Canada drives Uber. That is depressing.
Uber driver?
Uber driver.
Oh my goodness. It's like my friend, a doctor in Cebu, coming here. driver of taxi in Toronto.
That is very
And he retired a
depressing.
taxi driver. Staying here for 15 years. He was once a doctor and a counselor in his native land in Cebu. Oh my goodness. I was really flabbergasted when I learned that.
No, I mean, there are a lot of people. That's why when I meet people in the streets, I respect them.
Correct.
I remember last time Ricky told me, I'm an electrician, although I can't practice here. And we don't have enough electricians in the country.
Correct.
I've been looking for electricians to come and fix something in my house.
Because you're going to get a license,
It
and
took
taking
me-
a license takes you several years to get it, and spending that much
That
money.
is bureaucracy.
Correct.
That is
Number
bureaucracy.
one, Canada.
That is bureaucracy.
Correct. I'm telling you.
We
That's
have
what I'm
to
going
we
to
have
tell
to
you.
discuss about this. I think you know what, Tito Mori?
Okay.
Me and you, we are all immigrants in this country.
Okay.
I think it's time to address this issue.
I'm now a citizen,
I know.
You are a permanent resident, and you have to fight for this. I will fight for you to get your
You are-
license as a doctor.
You are a citizen.
Yeah.
I'm a permanent resident, but we all have right to our speech.
Correct. When you become a Canadian resident here, you have all the rights as a
Yes.
citizen.
And I have to speak what I feel that is
Correct.
not right.
You are protected by the Constitution of Canada. The problem with Canada are the leaders that handle this. Vote for me for Prime Minister.
No, we have to stop this bureaucracy. We have
Correct.
to stop this making immigrants suffer in this country.
And how are you going to do that?
No, today I was thinking about, we have to fight. Let me tell you.
How will you fight?
We are going to speak.
Speak of what?
We are going to speak of systematic racism,
Okay.
which is not giving rights to
Okay.
immigrants or to minorities
Okay.
to practice what they know.
Okay.
We need to have space. We don't have space. If you talk to a white professor, the white professor speaks proudly that we are privileged. We have all the privilege. White is not an issue.
Correct.
What does that mean? It means that if you are not white, you have an issue. If you are not white, you don't have privilege.
What if you are a redneck?
I don't know.
Redneck, they're Canadians, They're Canadians who dislike Asian. Anti-Asian crime. Oh my goodness, we are...
Now, tell me, why do they want to order
Yes.
these health workers from British Columbia,
Okay.
from other provinces,
Yes.
when we have a lot of people in Ontario?
Most of professionals are here in Ontario. Toronto in particular, I'm
I
telling
am
you.
the best professional in massage and physiotherapy.
Yes.
Tell me, I'm very sure I can prove to you there is no physiotherapy in Ontario who can beat me.
All right.
But then I have no rights. I cannot even speak out because I'm not licensed.
You are speaking now, and people are listening to you.
No,
You
I
know
mean,
the problem here that we can solve your problem? The politician. We have to have a power to dictate the future of our society, the immigrants.
that's
The
what I'm telling you.
professionals.
Immigrants who have become citizens in Canada.
We are going to talk to people who are now trying to secure position, oust
That's the
these
point.
leaders now.
Election time.
Yes.
Election time.
That's the time
I'm
to
talking
take
to-
revenge.
I'm talking to Filipino Canadian. I'm talking to Black Canadian. I'm talking to
Correct.
minority Canadian. Please speak out by your votes. Choose the leaders who can defend you. It's enough to be underrepresented. Nobody is presenting us on top there.
Correct.
This is the reason why we cannot have this kind of positions. But then, who is going to speak about education bureaucracy in this country?
That's the main problem
Who
here.
is going to do that?
Yes.
If
Nobody except those. We, the immigrants, or we.
I think, Tito Mori, you are a citizen here. You
Yes,
can
yes,
vote.
yes.
I still cannot vote. I can only vote, I think, for those lower positions. But you can vote. Why don't we speak out and encourage people to vote for the leaders who can present us?
I've been trying to do that a lot of things because of I'm being a journalist, broadcast and print media journalist. And I asked these people, the only one that I admire so far is Erin O'Toole. Erin O'Toole, the leader now of the PC. No, I asked him when I interviewed him, that's why I'm trying to invite him again for a one-on-one
I think
interview.
we need to. Yeah,
yes, I talked to somebody close to the incoming. I'm calling him now incoming Prime Minister.
Are you a conservative or liberal?
No, journalists.
Nobody here.
No, journalists like us are apolitical.
Yeah,
we are at the middle.
We are in the middle. What we need to address issues. Our job is to address issues.
Correct.
We address issues which affect our society, communities.
Yes,
like
correct.
when we see doctors driving taxis, when we see nurses working like PSW babysitters, and nuns working as a babysitter, when the province need these people to help us. Because of COVID, we have been running short of these healthcare workers.
Now they have a problem.
What? I even told the premier that we can do.
Did you write the premier?
I did. And
Premier Dogford?
Dogford, I did.
Okay.
I did. And you know what they replied me?
What?
They replied me that if you need to practice or do something, go to Ontario website whereby it's a poll and they put your company there. I said, come on, guys, this is not what I wanted. I addressed an issue specifically, and I needed a specific answer to that. You assistants of these high position people, please, when you receive the email, reply it accordingly, okay? We are speaking to you. You might think that we don't have the power, but we have the power of people because we can speak to people. And this is what we have to start doing. Election is coming. Let us speak to people and tell them they need to select leaders who can represent us. We don't want leaders who can be represented by their bodies. No way.
Bodies? Gulping bodies like that?
I'm telling you. You see, the gulf was opened.
Well, thank you very much. Some viewers now, Beth Harlego of Richmond Hill, Baby Ting Cariaga of the Philippines. Oh, thank you very much. It's too early for you in the Philippines watching us right now. Thank you very much. Ayan, marami. We have a lot of... and Tita Cecil is enjoying our conversation right now. I know. She's still...
No, I told her to get rest because we need her very soon, immediately.
Yes, that's the only way we could probably tell these people.
No,
it is the problem of the government. They're always politicking. They use politics to their advantage,
No, it's high time now to tell our people to vote to the right people.
Yes, it's high time now to unite. Holding hands. In Filipino, hawak kamay. Holding hands.
You represent you're a Filipino, and Filipino have a very big population here.
Now we are a power now.
The Filipino population can make change in Ontario. Do
Correct.
you know that?
I know.
Yeah.
I know. That's why I like to talk to people who are aspiring for the highest position in the land.
I know.
How could he help us?
Yeah.
How could we help you?
No, I think we need to speak to this high population communities and try to tell them that now it's time to choose leaders who can present us. For the black community, I'm talking about Jamaican community. I'm talking about Nigerian. For Tanzanian, we are very few. In Canada, we cannot make any difference. But black community, if we come together, just look at your skin. Don't look where you come from. Don't tell me you're Jamaican. Don't tell me you're Caribbean, you are Nigerian, you're Ghanaian. Let's see, as a black, do we have representation? Do we have people to present our issues? No. How many doctors, black doctors, this year, they have lost their license?
Here in Canada?
I'm telling you. At least I know two.
Okay.
And with the very minor cases, whereby those cases, if it's a white doctor, it's a negligence.
Okay.
The way you see the sexual allegations the way you said, it's going to vanish.
How did you do something that could probably you practice your profession here as a doctor?
I tried, but getting a license, it would have taken me more than 10, 15 years.
Really?
I have a friend who spent more than 7 years to get the license to practice as a medical doctor in Canada.
You have to study again?
You have to go to school. You have to do some exams.
School of medicine like that?
Not school of medicine, but they have the procedures.
Yes.
They have categories. Like if you come from India, you're in a certain category. If you come from certain countries, they have different categories. But I come from a black country, from Tanzania, whereby even our education is not credible, is not even valued at anything. It has no value. But let me tell you, the education we have in Tanzania, I find it more credible than what I see here today.
Correct.
Because we are taught skills. Someone completing the universities knows what he wants to do. In Canada, a graduate, he still doesn't know the career he wants.
Well, the Philippines have produced a very good doctors, medical practitioners.
I agree.
But when they come here, my gulay, my vegetable, my gulay, my butt, my poet. They're not recognizing the diploma earned by this professional medical practitioner. My gosh, anak ng dragon, as I was telling.
Yeah, it's true.
My gosh.
Let's talk. We agree that Canada is the land of diversity and opportunities.
Correct.
It's the place whereby you are secured. It's a place whereby we feel that we are safe. It's true. It's true because this country, they built this country for a long time. Mm-hmm. The policies, everything is very systematic.
Particularly the health program, the best.
That is the thing. So when we talk this stuff, when we talk this stuff, it doesn't mean that we don't appreciate.
We appreciate it so much.
We appreciate everything. I appreciate everything in this country.
Correct.
Today, I can have health care free of charge. I'm not worried if I fall down today, what will happen? Although, if my teeth goes out, I don't have a dental insurance, and it's very expensive. But anyway, that is one thing out of 10. So this is Let's Talk. We are trying to talk. What is the problem? What is the problem? If you know what, if you come to Canada, people 40 years old, their hair is gray already, thinking too much what to do. DJ Ricky, I'm not talking about you.
No, because it's cold here during winter and your hair turned gray,
Anyway, they don't have fun here. They're so stressed. They're thinking all the time what to do. You know why? Because their collar jobs have been disappointed.
Yes,
when
correct.
they come to this country with their careers, with their professionals, they know that, Canada is the land of opportunity. I'm going to practice my collar job. But when they come here, they end up cutting meats in the factory.
The first thing that a Canadian employer will tell you when you apply for a job.
Do you have Canadian experience?
Correct. How could you have experience when it's the first time that you're going to work in Canada?
You know what?
Shocking.
No, that's a very. You know what? I think that's why I've never had a job here. And this is the reason I had to start my business, because one employer asked me that question.
Do you have
Canadian experience? And then, I'm always stubborn. I said, excuse me, sir, did you go through my resume? He said, yes, I went through your resume and it looks very nice. I said, did you read that sentence which says, I landed in Canada this date? Did you read that? Because if you read that, you can't ask me Canadian experience. And that is awful. Ask me, what skills do you have?
Yes.
Ask me, what this job, what do you know about this job? I will tell you. Don't ask me Canadian. What is Canadian? Let me ask you, do you have a college here which trains Canadian experience for immigrants?
When I came here in Canada, that was a long time ago, I applied for a job. Since I am a journalist and of course a broadcast print media, Toronto Star. I applied there.
I'm very sure when you came, you were boosting yourself because you were a journalist, a very big journalist
I applied,
in Philippines.
and I received a reply. Do you have a Canadian? Oh my goodness, we are all journalists here. Canada journalism is different from the Philippines.
What difference?
Oh my
Tell
goodness,
me.
you just speak English, but you don't know what English is all about. And then second job that I applied, I was not accepted. I applied in, of course, the easiest way, warehouse. I applied in a warehouse where picker and packer. Do you have an experience? My goodness, I was a journalist in the Philippines. How could I have an experience about picking and packing here? In the warehouse. My goodness sake.
No, this is so funny. And you know what? This is why we are going to have a program here which tell us your experience as an immigrant, because I think people have a lot of stories. I want to tell you, my first time I looked for a job, I went through these agencies. Okay. And I got a job in a factory, a meat factory in Mississauga. The first day I went there, my hands froze. Mm-hmm. I went back home, I could not even hold a saucepan. I told my kids, you know what, I'm freezing to death. But that was the only job they not ask me Canadian experience.
Yes.
Because that job is hard. It doesn't need Canadian experience. But
how could you have a Canadian experience the first time that you're asking for the job?
I wish they would have told me.
They should have changed the first statement that they're going to tell you.
The first thing, that, the meat factories are very cold.
Yeah, I know.
Very, very cold.
Cold storage should go inside.
Yeah, it's freezing inside. So I wish someone could tell me, do you have Canadian experience of cold? Mm-hmm. So that you get ready for that job, because that I really wanted to hear that, but not Canadian experience. Canadian experience of cold.
Yes,
that's what I wanted to hear.
Canadian experience. Probably ito. I will just, Tita Cecil Araneta is watching us right now. Tita Cecil, what was the first job that you applied for? Probably, I'm not telling this is what happened to Tita Cecil. She applied for a singer in a club. What is your Canadian experience? My God, she is sikat in the Philippines. So, of course, singing. She's a singer.
I'm telling you, that is an awful question for sure.
Very, very awful.
I'm speaking to all employers, and I've been writing this in my LinkedIn page every time, that the question which I will never forgive anyone, any employer, is, do you have a Canadian experience? When I'm telling you I have 1 month, I have 1 week in Canada, you're asking me about Canadian experience. Probably I will ask those people who are dealing with immigrants, can you start a subject called Canadian experience? I think correct. Immigrants need to know that. If they have that, you should tell the embassies to tell them that when you go to Canada, the first question will be, do you have Canadian experience?
That's PDOS, pre-departure or orientation.
Yes. Exactly.
In your country, before you leave for Canada, you will undergo such PDOS, pre-departure
it's
seminar.
true. They do. So at least, I think they should have that Canadian experience.
Yes, they should include that in what you're going to hear here in Canada.
So anyway, viewers, thank you so much. We are talking to all the immigrants. We are talking to minorities. We are talking, this is a multicultural radio.
Correct.
And multicultural radio, that's why you see black people. You see me, I'm a black from Tanzania. He is a Filipino.
I'm brown.
You're brown. We have all colors here.
Yes.
We have red, we have blue, we have green.
Ed is white and yellow.
So please.
Ricky J is brown and white hair.
So this is your radio.
Yes,
This
correct.
is your radio, and Let's Talk. And this program is Let's Talk. Tell us tell us. We only have these subjects, and we want you to come in and tell us what is going on. Thank you so much for our viewers. I'm very sure, immigrant whom you're listening to me now, you have a lot of stories to tell. Tell me, what do you have? Tell us.
We're not yet done with this issue. We will be coming back with more on why Ontario is not allowing professional medical practitioner here in Canada, despite the fact that the province needs a lot of medical practitioners, especially doctors and nurses. And,
does it mean that when they bring people from those other provinces, they want to show that they have spent more? Because the election is coming.
Yes, we will be. I have already invited again Immigration Minister Marco Mendocino. He just told me that they are not allowed yet a face-to-face interview until the restriction is lifted, and this will happen June 2.
Yeah.
Okay, the provincial restriction will be lifted June 2.
But the golfers are going this Saturday to golf. So
next Saturday they will be golfing.
Yeah. So buddies, you go golfing. And do you know golfing?
Yeah, I golf.
You golf?
Because I'm a sports writer.
Oh,
I could not.
Ricky, DJ Ricky, are you a golf?
Yeah, she used to. She's a golf like that. Golf.
Can you tell us, our viewers, who are you? LSBO partner? Tell us, Ricky, are you a golfer or cock partner?
Golf.
Golf, eh? Golf after, you are a partner after golf, eh? That's great. I like that. I think I can accompany on that. I don't know golfing anyway. I even don't know the rules, but we have the game back home. So anyway, so viewers, thank you so much. Right. We are still here. We still have some few minutes to go, and then tell us what is it. Tita Ceci, we still want to hear from you. I know you're watching us, eh?
Yes, you could not talk right now. And then, as we were been telling you, we could probably speak out our minds to our countrymen who are here, who could vote. Only Canadian citizen could vote. But you could probably talk to your friends who are a voter here anywhere in Canada to support people or politicians whom you think could help immigrants with professional diploma, background, medical, or other profession to have their practice here in Canada.
Tito Mori, why don't you make that as an agenda for radio?
Yes.
Promote that, because we need to support those people. You know what? Nobody has spoke about that.
Yes, we are speaking right now.
Now we are speaking. I think our radio is going to address this every time. So we need leaders who are going to address immigrant issues.
Yes, we will be having a program, probably Political View, that we will be inviting possible political leaders, that we will be asking their platforms and the programs of government to help all the people here in Canada, despite their colors, their ethnicity, their belief, their culture.
Can you imagine, only Toronto, if could allow immigrants to practice their skills?
Yes. That's what I believe in you. You are right when you said that if the immigration people, probably it will become a law. Not only the immigration could decide on it, but the senators and the MPs, while deliberating new laws and bills, will grant immigrant with professional diploma in their country, particularly in the medical profession.
I don't care. Give them a simple test.
Yes.
But don't make...
Probably they could have a 6 months re-study.
Yeah, we call crash programs.
Crash programs.
Can we have crash programs for immigrants who have been having different professions?
Correct.
Because you know what? If I came here when I'm 40, and if you tell me to go back to school for 7-8 years, my brain now is so run out with the school I'm going on.
How many years? 10 years?
I'm telling you, I'm still counting like 4 or 5 years to graduate. So it will take me time because I have to get my PhD.
I had my heart operation when I was 45, I think, or 40. And after the operation, I studied. I took up early childhood education, teacher's courses, 2 courses. I passed it in 6 months and 1 year.
Tito,
so while recuperating, I studied. I did not stop learning.
I know you studied, but you know what? You still did not study what you wanted to do.
Yes.
The point is, when you are talking of career, career is your identity.
Correct.
It's something you like.
Yes.
You like to be a journalist. Tell me, if they would have allowed you to be in Toronto Star, to be in CBC, to be in this big media, where would you be today? And you would have taken those media so far.
Okay.
Because
There are Filipinos here. There are Filipinos
so
who studied
professional.
mass communication. They studied journalism here 4 years. Now, some of them landed in national television. But I did not study mass comm here or
communication.
journalism here.
You get grounded.
No. I built up my own newspaper
And that's great. It
for
works
17 years.
See?
And I had my broadcast profession here.
And now you're in
I
Tom's
rented
Radio. Oh, my good Lord.
3 different radio stations. Now, the 4th one is here, Tom's Radio. And the second and the third with DJ Ricky.
We're telling you, Tom's Radio is going very far. Thank you so much for our viewers. Only for 1 month, we have reached more than 50,000 viewers. More than 50,000 viewers. Thank you so much for supporting us. Please, this is your radio. It's a Tom's Radio, Toronto Multiculturalism Radio. So please support it and keep viewing and watching us.
Yes. Salamat po sa inyo lahat. Sa Tagalog, in Tanzania, how will you say thank you?
Asante sana.
Santa sana.
Asante sana.
All right.
Yeah, in this radio, we are going to speak all the language. DJ Ricky, thank you in Tanzania is Asante sana. You asked me a lot of
Sana.
times.
I want to go there. I want to see an anaconda.
You will go there,
Of
don't worry.
course, I'm scared of snake, but I just want to look at how big, how powerful is anaconda. I've seen it in the movie,
Don't worry, we are going to have here a tourist
After the
program.
COVID.
Yeah, after the COVID, we are going to have a tourist program, and everybody will desire to go
Yes.
to Tanzania.
Tourism
Yes.
program will come after the pandemic, simply because nobody could travel now anywhere in the world because of this virus. Okay, we have no more time. Josie, let's bid our thousands of watchers, listeners now. Goodbye.
Thank you so much, and we really appreciate you. We say big up to all those who are spending time watching us, listening to us, and please stay tuned. Don't leave us. We have our programs from Wednesdays to Sundays, and not only that, don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. We need more subscribers. We need you there. Go to our YouTube channel, Tom's Radio, and subscribe and like our programs. Thank you, viewers, and have a good stay and safe. And all the best to the golfers who are going to start golfing this weekend.
Saturday. Okay, thank you very much. And in behalf of...
I'll be doing my gardening, so anyways.
Again, many thanks to all our supporters. And of course, thank you very much to other producers, Cecil and Raneta. And take care, Tita Cecil and Tito Ed. Take care. Of course, sa lahat po ng mga Pilipinong nanonood ngayon, tinagalog ko na. Maraming salamat po sa inyong support. And to all to our viewers who have been texting us and watching us in our website, Tom's Radio Toronto. Ito po inyong kaibigan. This is your friend Mondetol in behalf of my co-partner Josie Isla and our handsome like me, DJ Ricky Q. Magandang hapon. Good day to all of you.
Cheers.
Are you an international student who has recently graduated from a Canadian post-secondary school? If you have graduated from a designated learning institution, you could be eligible to apply for permanent residency under the new pathway set out by Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada. Contact Genesis Immigration Consulting